Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with New Orleans Talk Network.
Guys, I know you're used to seeing Dr. Rhonda Lawson sit here, but tonight I'm stepping in for her. I'm sorry she's unavailable to be here, and I am so honored to sit here and just fill in for Dr. Lawson. And I am so honored to interview this wonderful upcoming guest that we have. So we got started a little late tonight, so I'm just gonna dive right in and get started with our awesome guest, Miss LaTracey Drux. Are you there, Miss Drux?
I am. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. I know you're not new to the show. You're not a stranger to the show. You've been here before, so welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. So,
I am so glad to be here.
Oh, great. I'm honored to sit here in Rhonda's place tonight and just interview such an awesome author. And I hear you have a lot of great things going on. So where are you calling from?
I am off the Gulf Coast of Mississippi.
Okay, you're just right next door to us. You're not too far then.
No, not too far at all. About an hour and 15 minutes away.
Yeah, not too far. That's great. So before we get started and talking about all of these wonderful things that you have going on, I just wanted to mention that you will be joining us for the 4th annual Black History Month Literary Brunch, correct?
That is correct. I will be in the place.
Yes, I am so excited about that. That is going to be such an awesome event. It's going to be a cream and ivory affair, and it's going to have some wonderful authors there. And with Miss Drux being one of the authors, you definitely do not want to miss this event. So if you haven't got your tickets, please go online and get your tickets because this is going to be one amazing event. But I just want to dive right into you, Miss Drux. And can you tell us now? I know that you have a company called Black Authors Rock, and you are the CEO of this amazing company. Could you tell us a little bit about this?
Black Authors Rock was founded because I am a Black author, and I knew firsthand what Black authors needed. And so it was very important for me to serve my own people. I had been in the publishing industry for over 9 years, had worked with a genre of people, and it had been amazing. But I realized it was our people that needed the support and really didn't know how to support one another. People often think, well, I have to spend my money to support you. But it's opportunities such as this and others that give the support. And so Black Authors Rock is a full-service coaching, consulting, and publishing firm. But our publishing is a lot different because we teach the authors how to make multiple streams of income from
Uh-huh.
their book products,
Oh,
and we also market for them, because a lot of times to learn how to self-publish or to learn how to publish your book with a company, many people don't know how to market their work and make the money. So
yes.
we are proud of working with our people.
Yeah, and this must have been a great inspiration for you to start such a company to offer so many great different things to different authors. Because a lot of authors, a lot of people want to write books, or they are authors and they do not know the steps to take after writing their first book, how to publish or the different steps that they take. What is one of your favorite things that when someone comes to you, like an author comes to you and they need help with something, what does it, anything amaze you, or what is your most favorite thing to help them with?
Well, I like to share with the individuals that they're not alone,
Okay.
because writing can oftentimes be a singular event, because
Hmm.
you're the one who's putting your craft on paper.
Okay.
But you don't have to be broke in the process. And a lot of people will think, oh, if I write, I I expect to make a whole lot of money from this book. But you got to put in the work. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you live, or if you even have a full-time job. You
Hmm.
have to put in the work in order for you to get where you want to be. And everyone has an opportunity to make the money from their book project. Everyone.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. The saying is, if you want something, you work hard for it. It doesn't just come
Most
easy.
definitely.
Hmm. Yeah, and after writing a book, I guess it can be a little scary, the steps to take, and a lot of people probably think once they write it, oh, this should be easy. Everybody out there should buy my book, but it's not. It's not that simple. It's always a process, and you're there to help them along the way and show them the process to making it to that point.
Yes, ma'am. My
Yes.
team and I work individually with the clients, because most people will say, well, just upload my book to Amazon. Well,
Hmm.
Amazon is a platform.
Hmm.
Amazon is not marketing your book unless you're paying them for ads. And
Uh-huh.
so it is thousands upon thousands of books on Amazon. What makes you stand out? What makes people want to purchase your book? And people do judge a book by its cover. So
Oh,
what can we do to make you stand out, to get the word out about not only you, but also your book? Because most times people will purchase a book from you just because it's you. That doesn't
yes.
even mean they'll read it.
Right.
But you can't take that personal.
Yeah, and that'll only go so far too. So just because it's you, you want to
Yes.
reach people that you don't know. So, um, yeah, that's amazing that you have people that are in place, and when they come to your company, they can get that one-on-one experience from someone. And a lot of people, if you go somewhere and you try to seek for help from different companies or individuals, sometimes they don't have that one-on-one. And a lot of people need, I know, like me personally, that's something that I would need, that one-on-one attention, and that's great that your company, offers that. So could you
Oh,
tell us,
yes.
what could you tell me a little bit about your book, 100 Things Every Black Authors Should Know? Now, that's a lot. And
It
I'm
is.
sure, yeah, that is a lot. And I'm sure it's a lot of information. So could you just, I love the title. I really do, because if you're an aspiring author, this sounds like something that you should read. And it sounds like it's full of information and it'll keep you from a lot of hiccups or whatever. So can you just elaborate on this book that you have? It sounds fabulous.
Thank you. Well, in my process, my my grandmother always taught me that the best lesson is a bought lesson.
Uh-huh.
And we don't always have a lot of money to waste in the
Yes.
learning process and the learning curve, especially as a Black author.
Uh-huh.
And so for me, I have learned that if you are not equipped, then how can you grow? And so with us having the organization and our Facebook community, I've asked authors, in the group, and my social media team have asked authors, okay, well, what did you need to know? So we're going to discuss the marketing, the email list, your sales funnel. Are you set up as a business entity? These are things that a lot of authors, Black authors, don't even pay attention to. If you sell your book at an event, are you including sales tax? And are you paying that sales tax when you do your taxes? Are you even paying taxes on what you make?
Yes.
I mean, there are so many different things that people aren't thinking about that can mess them up in the end. So why not read a book that has all those resources in it that can assist you right when you get started?
Whoa. You just hit me with some things that I really did not think about. So I'm sure that whoever gets this book, they will be amazed, and it will make them think about a lot of things that normally we just don't think about. So we're going to take a quick break. Don't go away, Miss Drew. We'll be right back. And don't you go away. We'll be right back, and we'll be back with Miss LaTracey Drux, founder of Black Authors Rock and the CEO. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us, because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World.
Hello, welcome back to Horizons. We're glad that you're hanging around and stayed with us. Once again, I am your host tonight, Clarissa Lange, and I am sitting in for the fabulous Dr. Rhonda Lawson, who I'm sorry she's unavailable tonight, but I am honored to sit here tonight. And it's not my first time visiting. It's been a while since I've been here, but I am so honored to be back. And tonight we have the fabulous Miss LaTracey Drux. Miss Drux, are you still here with us?
I am.
Oh, great, great. Well, we took a little break, and we're so glad that you stayed and hung around with us. And I just had a question for you, and we were talking about Miss Drux is the CEO of Black Authors Rock, and you were giving us some insight on your company and what all it offers, and your book called 100 Things Every Black Author Should Know. And you were giving us different little details about your book and what it offers, and some of the 100 things that a Black author should know. So just out of the blue, out of curiosity, my question for you is, when did you first realize that you wanted to write?
Transparent moment. I was 13 years old.
Uh-huh.
Look, I have to give that disclaimer.
Okay.
13 years old. I was brought up, what happens at home stays at home. That's normally a cultural thing that we are taught. And so the things that I went through growing up, I wrote them down. So my experiences from rape and molestation, I wrote those things down.
Okay.
And so I wrote those experiences, and then it's transformed into poetry. And so I started submitting my poetry for contests, and I would win. But I couldn't show up to get the prize because then my mom would know that I was telling the business.
Okay.
so,
Interesting.
so it actually took me over 25 years to compose all of my poems together and to publish them, because at that moment I didn't have any shame on sharing my story because it was a part of my testimony. And so I shared those things in my book, but I knew then that I was going to be a writer. I just did not know who was going to accept it.
Yes.
And a lot of the things that I wrote were not PG.
Uh-huh.
And even growing up, now being a preacher, a lot of the things that I wrote, it wasn't truly accepted in the church. And so I just had to be real. And it actually opened up the doors for so many other opportunities. So to answer your question, I was 13 when I started writing.
Yeah, amazing age. Wow. And that's great, because we have a lot of young people out there that are looking to write, and they just don't know how to get started, or the steps, the simple steps to take, to write. And they have some people have a lot of things in their mind, and it's hard for them to just get a piece of paper and just jot down their thoughts, because they have so
Right.
much bottled up in their mind. But speaking of you with your thoughts and your writing, this book that you have out, Testimony. Did I say that right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Testimony. Okay, this is very interesting to me. Could you tell us about this title and where did it come from?
Well, this title, Dr. Lawson and I have a mutual friend, Dr. Dina Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and Dr. Dina and I had been speaking for the last couple of years about creating a book project that would share the journey of I am, because a lot of people go through things, but they don't necessarily share their testimonies.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of saying testimonies, Dr. Dina created the word testimony, because while you are on your journey to I am, you are getting to your destiny. And so I love the fact that I am a part of this book with 9 other women.
Oh, okay.
And we have shared amazing testimonies that were not shared publicly anywhere else. And so we got together from all over the world and we just shared our stories. And so in this book, I publicly shared my journey on being a Black woman, a public figure, a preacher who has dealt with mental illness, and the speaking aspect of sharing my story without shame.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of times Black women, Black people generally do not share their story.
Mm-hmm.
And I am an open book because I don't want people to suffer in silence. And so this book, Testimony, shares my story in a way that is not shameful, but it will assist and help other people while they're also on their journey.
And that's the beauty of, it sounds the beauty of testimony is that if you can reach out and help someone else through your testimony, and they can hear it, and maybe it can help them and help them prepare to share their testimony as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
was this hard for you to do when you first started it, Miss Drew?
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
The reason it was because I was shamed when I was going through my process. I'm a preacher.
Yes.
And most times people think preachers don't go through anything, but we're human.
Yes.
And then I'm also a public figure. So in that process, I was like, man, wait, this is too much. And so, being taught you need to go and you need to pray and you need to seek the Lord and he's going to answer your prayers. Well, that's true. Yes. But you also have to look at it as you may need some therapy, some medication, and some time away. And so I just had to be real with my story. But the way that it is shared is not one, we're saying, oh, okay, well, yeah, Black women go through some mental illness, but most times people deal with different things and they just have not learned how to cope. And so someone may be addicted to sex, someone may be addicted to eating, or be addicted to food or anything,
Right.
reading,
Yes.
being busy. So they cope doing different things
Yes.
in order to handle what life has thrown at them.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
it's truly mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
And to have that hushed conversation of mental health to unscale that dilemma or stigma that people put on it is my purpose. And so
Yes.
I'm delighted about this book and the other stories that are in this book because it's so important to share. And if it can help just one person,
Yes.
then that's all that matters.
I mean, Ms. Drew, it sounds absolutely amazing. I haven't had the privilege to read it yet, but I definitely will be looking forward to it too. But I just wanted to point out, I love the way your statement that you said about everyone having something, some type of issue, and it's all everybody's issues are different. And the fact that you opened up and said that somebody might need therapy, medication, or those type of things, because a lot of people shun for those type of things and they don't want to admit that that's something that they might need. And for you to put that out there, it can simply help someone that's looking and watching and saying, I never thought I needed that. So that's something huge for someone that you never know that you could have reached tonight that could definitely benefit from something like that. So that was a very crucial point that you made, and I'm very glad that you did. So in case we have someone out there listening tonight, could you please help tell us where they can find your books or where they can reach you or how to reach this wonderful company that you're the CEO of, Black Authors Rock, if they may need it?
Yes. Well, you can reach me in the Black Authors Rock community on Facebook. We are Black Authors Rock throughout majority of all the social media avenues and platforms. I am LaTracey Drux. You can also find me that way as well on social media. But if you would like to purchase this book, you can go to bit.ly/Destimony presale. And I do have copies of the book now, but I will also have some at the end of the month at the literary event.
Great.
So yes, reach out to me. You are not alone in your process. And whether you are young or seasoned, if you just need to have that conversation, I'm here. I am an open book with my testimony because I suffered in silence for a very long time. And I believe that regardless to what we go through, whether you are a Black author that decides that you want to get started or you've already been started and you want to make more money, regardless to where you are in the spectrum, my team and I are available to assist you. So just reach out.
Beautifully said, Ms. Drew. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Ms. LaTracey Drux. And please, like I said, if you're looking forward to finding her, reach out to her at Black Authors Rock. She's the wonderful CEO of that company and one of the wonderful authors in Testimony. I look forward to seeing you at the Literary Black History Month luncheon. Banquet. So until then, you take care, and thank you so much for joining us. We will be right back, and don't go away because when we return, we will have Mr. Aston Willams, a wonderful author that'll be coming up, and you don't want to miss what he has to say. So we'll be right back. Thank you so much. I'm Clarissa.
Hi, I'm State Representative Rodney Lyons from District 87, and you're tuned into Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions.
Now, Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
Listen up.
Dr. Rhonda Lawson. She's unable to be here tonight, and I am honored to sit in here for her. This is not the first time I sat in, but it's been a while, so I am glad to be back in the New Orleans Talk Network studio. So this is the second half of the show, and we just finished talking with author LaTracey Drux, and we are so looking forward to seeing her at the Literary Black History Month banquet. So next we have Arthur Aston R. Williams. Mr. Williams, are you there?
Hey, I'm here. How y'all doing? So happy to be here again.
Oh, great. We're happy to have you. Thank you so much. How are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome. Don't you? The weather today was perfect. It was awesome.
Yes.
Louisiana weather, you don't really know whether to wear a jacket or raincoat. But today was perfect.
Today was perfect. Where are you calling from, Mr. Williams?
I'm actually calling from Gramercy.
Okay.
A little small town,
Mm-hmm.
about 30 miles away from the location.
Okay, great. We're so happy to have you. Thank you so much for being on the show. So we hear that you're an author. Will you be attending the Black History Month Literary Banquet as well?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Okay.
I would not miss it for the
Great.
world. I will be there full effect.
Well, I look forward to meeting you there as well, Mr. Williams. So let's just get started. Let's just dive right in. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started, how did you become an author?
Okay. Well, I'm Aston Williams. I'm a native of Gramercy, Louisiana. If you ever had Zapp's potato chips, you can't forget where I'm from. I'm from the town that makes them.
All right.
So that's the highlight. That's the highlight of my little small town.
Yes, sir.
But growing up, I always was athletic. Always was musically inclined. But something that really that really grasped me was, just literacy in general. I always did love to read. Growing up, a lot of the millennials that's listening to this right now, they may remember in my parish we had something called the reading bus. So when I was younger, we used to get on that bus over the summer, and we had about maybe 20 books that we had to read, and I fell in love with reading. And another reason why I fell in love with reading is just because the historical value behind reading, especially being a man of color. Mm-hmm. I think it's very important that we all, able to, just to expand our literacy, experiences through reading and writing. So that's how I fell in love with it.
Yes.
And also writing for me was an outlet. It was an outlet for me, growing up. Always did put my thoughts on paper. I always was interested. I used to always write little little short stories.
Yes.
Growing up, and that captivated into the book that I published last year, which is The Righteous Seed: 7 Principles Toward Success. So writing has always been a part of my life. Always.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned this book, The Righteous Seed. It's an interesting title. Could you tell me, how did you come up with this title?
Well, everything that I wrote in this book was biblical, and the righteous actually came from Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And when somebody thinks about somebody that's righteous, you think about a virtuous man or woman. You think about somebody that has a definite plan, that has a definite, obligation and plan for their life.
Yes.
So when I wrote that book based on people that may possibly not know what their vision or goals are, or maybe they do. But what some of the guidelines and what some of the steps that they can put forward, put their foot forward and work towards those goals. I mentioned the millennial generation earlier in the interview, but a lot of people want what I call a microwave effect. They want things to happen so quickly, but success doesn't happen that way. Success happens in different phases and different seasons in your life.
Exactly.
And where I grew up in Gramercy, I was surrounded. My town is along the river road that's surrounded by sugarcane, and I thought about a very creative way to take the agricultural cycle, but not more so on planting or growing anything, but more so on as far as how do you allow your visions to grow? Your vision is the seed for your life. Your vision is your seed, and before you can plant that seed into the ground, that vision needs to come from God. That vision needs to be written down. Habakkuk 2:2, and a lot of people, when you sit back and think about it, what's the end goal? What's your end goal? Okay, you know what your end goal is. So what's the steps it takes to get there? So I wanted to write a book, and I also wanted to add, my personal experiences, in college and my trials and tribulations as well, so readers can understand that I'm just like them, and I wrote it for everybody to understand.
Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like this book is to help people choose a direction or path, and to start and where to start, and to realize that it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't get the microwave effect, correct?
Correct. Exactly. And I kind of, again, I go into just a brief synopsis of my story, and what I was going through, in college, living out of my car, going through some of the things that I went through. And, also I like to get real with my readers. I wouldn't consider myself to be politically correct. I want to get real with my readers.
Yes.
And, a lot of times we have to get out of our own way. We can have goals for days, but it starts with that person. When they look themselves in the mirror, they need to realize that they have everything that they need inside of them, but they got to get out of their own way. So I talk about that. The first section of the book talks about mindset. I think it's very important to establish that conscious mindset that you have to have moving forward.
Okay, so that's very interesting how you mentioned how you lived in your car and things like that, and you're willing to share that in your book. And how does someone go from you're living in your car and you have this wonderful mindset, because a lot of times if people are in that environment and they just feel sorry for themselves. They just feel down, and they just feel like, I'm not going to do anything in life. I'm not going to make it. This is where I'm at, and this is where I'm going to stay. What inspired you to push? Where did you get that from?
Well, I come from a very strong family, and I really, I don't know if this is the time to give a shout out, but my mom
Anytime.
really was was really was the person that, motivated me to keep pushing, just coming where I came from.
Yes.
And again, I would look at my goals every day. When I was going through it, I had a lot of tough days. A
Hmm.
lot of people, when they looked at me on campus, they would have never known that I was living out of my car. That's
Right.
how I carried myself. I
Okay.
always knew at the end of the day, you know, what my end goal was and what it was going to take to get there. And for any individual that's listening to this right now,
Hmm.
you have to have a burning desire.
Burning
You have to
desire.
have that burning desire, and you have to have a strong why. You have to have a very strong why. And what I mean by that is, when you have a why, you will
Hmm.
never quit. When
I
you have a why, you will
totally
never quit.
I totally agree with you, Mr. Williams. And listen, we have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere, Mr. Williams, because I want to get back. And I love what you said, that burning desire, and you need that why. So come back and hear a little bit more from Mr. Williams. We will be right back. Don't go away.
Year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us, because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizon.
Hello. Welcome back to Horizons. Again, I'm your host, Clarissa Lange, and I'm sitting in for the fabulous Dr. Rhonda Lawson. She will be back next week, so don't you guys worry. She will be back, and I just love to sit in and help when she's not available. And again, we're returning with the awesome author of The Righteous Seed, Mr. Aston R. Williams. Mr. Williams, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Yes, welcome back. So when we left, it was such an awesome topic going on. I didn't want to take a break, but I had to. And you were saying something about not failing and not giving up when you have a why. When you have a why. And that's a very strong statement. Could you kind of elaborate on that just a little bit more in case someone just started to tune in, or when we went to break, someone else might have wanted to hear a little bit more about what you were saying?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So what I was talking about is you have to have a burning desire for something, whatever your goal or whatever your vision is. And regardless of what you do in life, whatever path that you plan to pursue, you got to have a strong why. And what I mean by that is you have to have a reason for getting up in the morning.
Yes.
And going about your way and going about your business.
Yes.
My why when I was going through that situation was coming from a single parent home at the time. My mom sacrificed so much for me to be where I am right now. She sacrificed so much for me to get into college. And I didn't want to let her down. I didn't want to let my community down. I didn't want to let my family down, and I think that a lot of people at that time were looking up to me, and I didn't want to let them down as well. And also, when you think about just everything that you went through to get to that point, whatever you got set up for yourself, and you actually almost to the brink of obtaining that success. Okay, what is going to put you over the hump? How are you going to cross that hurdle? It's your why.
Yes.
So I want people that's listening to this right now, I want you to think deeply about this question. What is your why? What is your reason for getting up in the morning? What is your reason for working long hours? What is your reason for pursuing what you want to pursue? And if your why doesn't make you emotional, doesn't make you teary, doesn't make you cry, then it's not strong enough. You need to find that, and that's the fuel that you're going to use to push forward through any situation that you have pursuing your goals and dreams.
Awesome. That's very powerful, Mr. Williams. And I think if we all would find that why, we would have a lot of people just pushing a little harder in life. Just knowing that whatever you're wanting, it's not going to be the microwave effect, but it'll take a little longer. And if you work towards it and you have that burning desire and that why, then I think that we'll have more people going after their goals and dreams. So that was a beautiful statement. I really enjoyed that, and I'm sure that someone definitely got something from that. So with that being said, Mr. Williams, your book is really designed to help others, and it gives them your testimony, and it helps them to see, help them to try to find that why, and to push harder. Is that what the Righteous Seed, kind of the motivation from it came from?
Yes, that's exactly where it came from. I want for me as an author.
Yes.
Since we are on the subject of being an author, I think it's very important for an author to be relatable to their readers. And obviously every book is not for everybody.
Yes.
So my niche market were people that are on the brink of pursuing their goals, or people that kind of drifted a little bit. People that kind of life happened, and they kind of put their dreams and goals on the back burner. And I want this book to be that spark that lights them. And definitely the book is motivational. The book is something where I feel like it's going to touch every person, or prick every person's heart.
Yes.
That really wants to go out there and go get it, because it's ours for the taking.
Yes. Well, you got me ready to go get it, Mr. Williams. Beautiful, just beautiful. So, could you tell us what do you have in store that's next for you?
Well, what's next right now? I'm actually working on two projects right now.
Oh.
I'm working on a children's book. I just recently had my first child. Shout out to my son Amir Kingston Williams. Yep, just made 2 months a couple of weeks ago. So I am a proud father. I am happy to say that, and I'm actually working on a children's book right now that's going to teach financial literacy.
Yes.
He's going to be one of the main characters in it, and I'm also working on another motivational book. That's kind of going to focus more on the spiritual aspect of things, as opposed to the personal side. So I haven't came up with a title yet, but it's in the works. It's in the works right now.
Wonderful.
And also this will be the second annual Righteous Seeds Foundation. So I created a foundation off of the book.
Oh, you
and
did.
I was able to get out a scholarship to an award senior at LaTracey High School. That's
Wonderful.
my alumni. Shout out to LaTracey High School. I was able to give out that scholarship. And also I'll be awarding another senior this year. So I plan to do that every year.
Oh, that's beautiful.
To me, it's very important, as an author, as a public figure in the community, to give back. That's important as well.
That's amazing. Not only do you give great advice, you're a person that loves to give back, and you're just being this motivational, inspirational person all around. And again, well, congratulations. You said you had a son. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yes.
A son.
Oh no,
Congratulations on
no,
your
no. I had
son.
a son. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
congratulations. Very well. That's wonderful. And your book that you said you're going to have your son featured in your upcoming project of your children's book. He's going to be one of the characters in your book.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
you were saying that your son was going to be one of your characters in your new children book.
Yeah. So I'm actually in the book as well. So
Okay.
what I'm teaching them is, a lot of and it's nothing against the Louisiana school system, but we don't teach financial literacy in schools.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I feel like it's the parents' responsibility at home to teach their kids about financial literacy.
Yes.
So what better way to teach it than in the children's book? As he grows up, he's the character in the book, and also I'm in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm teaching him about supply and demand. I'm teaching them about really being able to support one another, as far as Black economic empowerment. It's a lot of different topics in the book that I go over, but the whole synopsis is financial literacy. He's learning what an entrepreneur is. He's learning what business is in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely excited to get this out, and it'll be out real soon.
Oh, that sounds like a very interesting book. So, in the meantime, could you tell others where we can find the righteous seed?
Yes. So a lot of authors say that, hey, my book is on Amazon. So for everybody that's listening, my book is on Amazon,
Great.
but I have my own platform,
Mm-hmm.
which is AstonWilliamsBrand.com. AstonWilliamsBrand.com. And I think it's very important as a self-published author, somebody that didn't go the traditional publishing route. We
Uh-huh.
need to own our own platforms. Facebook, Twitter, all these other social media outlets are fine, but it's
Yes.
very important that we own our own content. So you can reach me. You can purchase my book. You can purchase my merchandise. You can see what I'm up to,
Yes.
everything that I'm doing on AstonWilliamsBrand.com. And all my social media handles are Aston R. Williams. You can follow me, Aston R. Williams, on any social media platform
Oh, wonderful.
to
I'm
stay in
sure.
touch.
Yeah, I'm sure that you guys will want to go out and purchase this book, The Righteous Seed. It sounds very motivational. I have not had the pleasure to read that yet, Mr. Williams, but trust me, this will be something that I will be reading very soon. I'm looking forward to reading it. And I will definitely go on your page and give you some comments or whatever, because when I get a good book, I love to talk about it. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, I really appreciate the support.
Yes, looking forward to it. Before we go, would you like to say anything or add anything, or is there anything you would like the audience to know or anything?
It's two things that I want to bring up, and that for the people, again, for the people that's listening to this right now, whatever goals that you have in your life, you know, just keep pushing. Whatever situations that you have, just know that trouble don't last always. Just
Amen.
know that
Yes.
you can overcome anything by just being that person that has that strong why, has that burning desire, and able to push through any situation.
Uh-huh.
Every successful person that you name in history
Mm-hmm.
went through something.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not gonna go through life with just nothing's gonna be given to you. You got to go out there and you got to go get it for yourself.
Yes.
And always, and I'm not, everybody's not Christian, but I am. So
Yes.
keep God first in your life and everything that you do. Whatever you believe in, that's up to you. But keep God first in your life,
Yes.
and everything else is gonna follow.
Well said, Mr. Williams. Very well said. It has been a pleasure talking with you today. I look forward to meeting you at the 4th annual Black History Literary Weekend. It's going on, guys, and it's going to be February the 28th through the 29th. And it's going to be hot. You do not want to miss this. You want to go out and get your tickets. Dr. Rhonda Lawson has been putting this on for 4 years, and it's growing every year, bigger and bigger. This is going to be a Korean Ivory affair, and where Mr. Williams and Mrs. LaTracey Drux will both be attending, along with some other fabulous authors. And then later that night, she's putting on another one of her fabulous plays, Twilight. You guys do not want to miss this. This is going to be awesome. So make sure you get your tickets and you come on out and attend. And in the meantime, I just want to thank Miss LaTracey Drux and Mr. Aston Williams for coming on the show tonight. And again, I am Clarissa Lange, and Dr. Rhonda Lawson will be back next week. But in the meantime, I'm glad I was here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this show as much as I have. And thank you so much to the authors that attended tonight. And until then, I love the words that we heard tonight from Mr. Williams and Mrs. Drux. You guys be strong. Go out there and find that why, and have a great night. God bless you.